Hey there gang, what's up and welcome back to another video on Streaming Star. A staple of the 2000s era Disney Channel, American animated musical comedy TV series Phineas and Ferb follows the adventures of two stepbrothers in a truly engaging way. Over the years, critics have noted the show's appeal to all ages and its popularity among adults. It has also won numerous awards, including Primetime Emmy Awards, Kids' Choice Awards, and Daytime Emmy Awards. Here are 10 things fans probably didn't notice in Phineas and Ferb. But before we get started, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon so you can get the drop on all the latest videos in the future. Number 10. Irving and Baljeet's voice. A recurring character on Phineas and Ferb, Irving is the self-proclaimed biggest fan of the two stepbrothers and always carries a scrapbook that he fills with images and souvenirs from Phineas and Ferb's big ideas with him. Baljeet, on the other hand, a timid yet intelligent Indian friend of Phineas and Ferb, whose greatest fear is failing a math test or just about any other subject for that matter. What fans may have been unaware of is the fact that these two characters were voiced by regular cast members of 30 Rock. Since animation relies on the actors' voices instead of their faces, it's a common occurrence that fans are surprised to learn that an actor they've seen before is also the voice of a familiar cartoon character. Actor and comedian Jack McBrayer, who played Kenneth Ellen Parcell on 30 Rock, provided the voice of Irving, while Malik Pancholi, also known as Jonathan on 30 Rock, played Baljeet's role on Phineas and Ferb. Number 9. Oranos. Although the series largely remained wholesome enough for all ages, it's easy to find several jokes that the writers slipped under the censor's radar. During their first astronomy lesson at school, almost everyone cracked up at least once at the name of the seventh planet in the solar system, Uranus. Cartoon writers were obviously aware of the unfortunate name, which is why everything from the Fairly Odd Parents to Freakazoid has made cheap humor out of it. Though Phineas and Ferb is no exception, its writers took a smarter approach. In the season 4 episode named The Inator Method, Phineas and Ferb construct a race course in the shape of the solar system, around which their friends Buford, Baljeet, and Isabella compete, piloting a planet of their own. In the same episode, Buford, manning the cockpit of Uranus, opts for the more appropriate alternative pronunciation, Oranos, in an attempt to dodge the network's censors. Number 8. Propagation of species. Even if Candace takes her teen infatuation a bit seriously at times, the innocent crush between her and the cool, sensitive guitarist Jeremy is probably one of the show's sweetest elements. It's true that their relationship has more ups and downs than Jim and Pam, but their eventual declaration of love is one of the most satisfying moments in the series. Floating down a jungle stream in a yellow umbrella while being surrounded by colorful butterflies, Jeremy sings a song about the history of love and mentions the phrase scientific propagation of species. As you look up the word propagation, you realize that the love song and the reference Jeremy made was not as innocent as it initially seemed. Number 7. Xavier Onassis. In the first episode of Season 1 named It's About Time, viewers are surprised when the phrase, "I know what we're going to do today," is followed by the two boys spending their summer break building a time machine. After noticing an incomplete time machine in a museum exhibition of gadgets through the ages, Phineas and Ferb are curious. Therefore, they make some repairs to the time machine, but are then accidentally teleported to a prehistoric era. Later, a joke arrives as one of the show's many uses of genius wordplay when the name of the time machine's creator is revealed to be Xavier Onassis. If you missed it the first time, try saying this a little slower and you'll understand the show's attempt to make yet another indecent joke. Number 6. Moulin Rouge. The romantic chemistry between Phineas and Ferb was obvious from the get-go, but their relationship took its time to develop along the way. The special episode named Act Your Age observes the pair eventually starting to date, despite the two being no more than 10 years old. It initiates earlier, however, during the episode Summer Belongs to You, during which Phineas and Isabella experience a romantic getaway in Paris while traveling around the world. Since Phineas was busy devoting all of his attention to the repair of their airplane, Isabella gets frustrated and sings City of Love, expressing her disappointment over the fact that even the most romantic place on the planet couldn't muster any feelings in Phineas beyond his next adventure. However, if you observe closely, you'll notice that the boy definitely has eyes for something beyond transportation as he continues to stare at the Moulin Rouge, the iconic red windmill of France's most popular adult district. Number 5. Yes, yes I do. It's no surprise that Phineas and Ferb popularized the Disney tradition of mid and post-credit sequences. While featuring an extended version of one of the many amazing original songs featured throughout the series, the post-credits singer would occasionally call back to one of the fleeting jokes of the episode. In the episode named Wizard of Oz, viewers watch Phineas, Ferb, and the gang being transported to a fantasy world, the concept of which was inspired by the Wizard of Oz. Later, when the song Tree-Related Wish starts playing, a bear is shown squatting behind a tree and reading a newspaper. If this wasn't enough of a clue, he appears in the post-credits scene and says, "Yes, yes I do." Number 4. Party in Doofenshmirtz's pants. Heinz Doofenshmirtz, also known as Dr. D, Slouchy, or Dr. Doof, is known as the evil scientist on Phineas and Ferb, but he tends not to be evil in the traditional sense. Instead, he's overly dramatic, eccentric, and generally clueless. Doofenshmirtz hasn't been fortunate when it comes to romance either, but during the episode Candace gets busted, the wicked doctor eventually gets to experience party in his pants. But in true Phineas and Ferb fashion, it's not quite the party you would expect. In the absence of her parents, Candace pulls a classic teenage move and throws a party while the house is empty. However, when her mother Linda hears all the noise through a phone call, she suspects something's wrong and returns home. Just as Candace's parents are arriving home, Doofenshmirtz's go-away-inator zaps the party, transporting everyone into his pants in a truly inexplicable manner. A majority of viewers might have missed this attempt at a literal "there's a party in my pants" joke. Number 3. I feel like number 2. In one of the series' most liked episodes, Toy to the World, we see Candace getting a part-time job working for the Hardy Hard Toy Company, which is located just opposite to the mall's Mr. Slushy Dog, where her crush Jeremy works at. Unfortunately, the experience isn't pleasant for her as she's forced to advertise in a hideous costume resembling the in-action figure, a wooden block modeled after Perry the Platypus. Candace's boss appreciates the overall look and tells her that she looks like number 1, after which the annoyed girl replies, "I feel like number 2. It doesn't take long to realize that with number 2, Candace made a reference to kids' language when they're too young to use technical words like defecate. Number 2, Psychedelia. In the musical episode Dude, We're Getting the Band Back Together, Phineas and Ferb attempt a reunion for the rock band Love Handle. The first song, named History of Rock, takes the two boys through a progression of musical genres, but when it gets to the psychedelic rock, viewers get a brief reference to the questionable substances, or in other words, drugs, taken by the rock musician during the 70s. Number 1, Style of Humor. What most Phineas and fans often fail to notice is how the show's style of humor is the perfect blend of Family Guy and SpongeBob SquarePants, two of the most iconic animated TV series to date. Considering the fact that one of the creators of Phineas and Ferb, Dan Povenmire, has worked on both these shows in the past along with The Simpsons, it comes as no surprise that Phineas and Ferb comes with a truly unique kind of humor. It's no wonder that Phineas and Ferb became one of Disney's most renowned and long-running cartoon franchises. What it lacked in the animation aspect, it more than made up for with witty writing, charming characters, and impossibly absurd scenarios. This brings us to the end of our video, which we hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, do let us know by hitting the like button, subscribing to our channel, and hitting the bell icon for more awesome content in the future. We'll be seeing you guys in another video real soon. Until then,